everyone, this video is on how I keep my wraps on my head all day long. A viewer requested it, and I want to start with just a little bit of a caveat. First is that the links in the description below are unaffiliated, but they are also started by a lady who's Orthodox Jewish. So her purpose for the wraps was to simply keep her hair from being seen. And my purpose for the wrap is to keep my hair from being exposed to the allergens in my environment. So the purposes are a little bit different, and that will tie in and be important when we're talking about the thickness of the wraps. But I want to give you that first. Second is that I am not a particularly athletic person, so these have not been tested by me in a physically strenuous environment. That out of the way, let's start with the first thing that I like to use, and that is this Cloud9 shaper. So here you have a bunch of stuffing in the back, and you have a nice long cap that is, I keep wanting to say Velcro. It is not Velcro. This is velvet, and the grain goes such that it will grip the fabric if it starts to fall off the wrap, but it will also grip your hair if it starts to fall off of your head. Now, the thing with this, I really like this shaper, but one thing to remember is that, at least for me, the end of the cap does not come to my hairline. So I'll just take a random headband and bridge the gap. This is elastic, so it can grip at various degrees, and it is a thing in the back where you can take out the stuffing or add more as you like. So the next thing that I like to use is, I think this is called the Classic Shaper. I've had it for a little while, so I don't really remember exactly what it's called. This one does not have the velvet, so you have to use it with a velvet headband. And again, you're going to want to watch the sizes on this. Get one that's most likely to fit you the best and won't cause any kind of headache. Now this one ordinarily comes with stuffing as well, but I've taken it out because your bun would ordinarily go here, which would then leave it exposed. So what I did is I took out the stuffing and I use a high bun and then take the ties and stuff it back up in there. And then also, if I don't want to have to wash this the next day, then I'll just take a random piece of cloth and put it on top of the shaper and then put my wrap on top of that. I can then take the ends of that random piece of fabric and stick them up in here, so my hair will be protected that way as well. So one of the things about wrapping and using these materials is to remember that you want it tight enough to stay on your head, but not so tight that it gives you a headache. And that is going to be completely unique to you. So it's just you figuring out what works for you. The third thing that I use is something that is not specialized at all. And that is just your regular, I think this is cotton, but it's going to have some texture to it. It's not something slippery. Your regular old ordinary headband, a random piece of cloth covering my hair, and then I put my wrap on top of that. Now obviously this is not going to work for a super thin wrap, but it will work for a thicker wrap. So there are tons of videos online for how to wrap and what kinds of wraps that you can do, so I'm not going to go into all of that. So that's how I keep it on my head. Let me know if you have any other questions. Leave your tips and tricks down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later.